So the Kansas City Chiefs have started their Super Bowl defense with a 34-20 win over the Houston Texans in what is the beginning of the NFL kickoff weekend. The beginning of football is finally back, and people are finally excited to see football back in full action. Or are they? Now, this Thursday night football game actually had 11% lower ratings than what they had last year in 2019 when the Packers faced off against the Bears. But this is a situation, obviously, that has a lot of different variables that goes into it. What really matters is how is this game being played in between the lines when the bright lights are on all of these world-class athletes with no preseason and an abbreviated training camp based on safety protocols that had to be maintained in order to ensure that we could get to this point and have a Thursday night football game. But when you look at the game itself, a lot of things stood out to me watching the Houston Texans playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. Mainly, my number one thing that I noticed from the Houston Texans, inconsistency. These guys were all over the place in execution, and it really showed for me that DeAndre Hopkins not being out there on the field with Deshaun Watson does have an effect that you can noticeably see in how the offense executes their plays. For Deshaun Watson, he was a bit of a safety blanket, and not having him out there on the field knowing that you have one of the best route runners in all of football to throw it to if you're in a pinch was obvious on Thursday night. Now, on the other side of that, you had the Kansas City Chiefs with their Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes. While he didn't really get many deep bombs like we're used to seeing him have, he was pretty efficient in how he operated the offense. This is an offense that he has full control of, and you can see it from the start to the finish. But there were some smaller little gems in this game that I think people really need to pay attention to. Watching this game, I can tell you that I thought that Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the rookie out of LSU, is somebody who reminds me a lot of Maurice Jones-Drew. He's a fearless runner. He runs with a low center of gravity, big legs, bouncy, and hard to bring down. The guy really put on a show tonight, and if he continues to play like this, the guy could be a star in the NFL for some time to come. But also on the other side of that, you have David Johnson, his running back for the Houston Texans, who's come back off injuries from last year, and the guy has really performed, and he averaged 7.7 yards a carry against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I know they don't have a world beater defense, but these guys definitely played fast and furious, went at home, and this guy, David Johnson, definitely played well, had a good game, made a lot of good plays, and actually bailed the offense out of a couple of situations that were a little bit sticky. So the running backs on both sides of the field were actually some pretty big standouts for the teams individually. Now, obviously, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about some of the pregame theatrics that the NFL actually had in place before the game started. Now, I'm not one to give much of an opinion on the situation with playing playing a national anthem and playing the black anthem, black people anthem, black folks song. What? It was a little bit cringe, not gonna lie. Obviously, the pregame theatrics are gonna be a point of controversy in every NFL game this weekend because of the black national anthem, which didn't know we had that, and the regular national anthem. They're gonna be played side by side throughout the course of the first week in the NFL season. I feel like, as opposed to the NBA, this is not so heavy-handed in regard to putting out any kind of social messaging. I mean, if you looked really close during the course of the game, couldn't quite make it out unless the camera was panned down on that part of the field for an extended period of time. But I think it said, it takes all of us. The NBA situation is a little bit different than the NFL, as the NBA has social messages plastered all over the court. They have jerseys that have names replaced by social messages. And really, it's really heavy-handed, but I think the NFL did it in a much more subtle way. I think it's much more digestible. It's much less prominently in your face than what you saw with the NBA, which to me is a good thing, because this is an escape for a lot of people who work very hard during their daily lives. And when they watch football games on Thursday night, on Sunday night, on Monday, they want to watch football. They want to get straight to the action. With that all being said, football is back. And if you're not excited about football being back because of something like this, well, we've still got a few more months left in 2020. But let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. Hit the like button if you like this video. And please, if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to the Observant Lineman, Uche Nwaneri. I am your Observant Lineman, and I appreciate you guys so much for checking out this video, and I will catch you all on the next one. Peace.